Have you noticed that no matter how little you eat, no matter how much you try to walk more, that belly just stays right there and maybe even keeps getting bigger? If the answer is yes, then you need to watch this video all the way to the end, because what is happening inside your body right now is far more dangerous than you think. In 2023, a study from Harvard University published results that shocked the entire medical community. People over 60 with high belly fat had a 77% higher risk of early death, even when their overall body weight looked completely normal. On the outside, you look just fine, but inside your body, an extremely dangerous type of fat is quietly building up deep in your abdomen, creeping into your organs, and slowly making them work less and less efficiently every single year. That is visceral fat, and it is directly linked to heart attacks, stroke, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and even dementia. In today's video, I am going to share exactly 4 habits that I recommend to my patients over 60. No gym required, no extreme fasting, but enough to help you start pushing back that dangerous fat in a way that is safe and sustainable. Part 1. The morning routine I recommend to my patients. Let's start with the morning, because the morning is when your body is essentially rebooting after a full night of rest. And if you do the right small things during this window, your body will shift into a much more effective fat-burning mode for the rest of the day. The first and simplest thing I always remind my patients to do is drink water right when they wake up. Now, I know that sounds almost too simple, but this is not just ordinary advice. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration, and at that point, your metabolism slows down and your body tends to hold on to fat instead of burning it. Drink at least 16 ounces of water, which is about 1 large glass, before you have your coffee or eat anything at all. Just that one step alone helps your body rehydrate, wakes up your digestive system, and gets your metabolism going earlier in the day. And if you want to take it one step further, squeeze a little lemon into that glass of water. It is great for supporting digestion, especially for older adults. Next, after you drink your water, step outside and stand in the morning sunlight for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I know you might be thinking, Doc, is he serious right now? What does sunlight have to do with belly fat? But it actually has a lot to do with it. Morning sunlight helps regulate your body's internal clock and stabilizes your cortisol levels. Cortisol is the hormone that, when it gets out of balance, tells your body to store more fat right around your belly. Older adults tend to stay indoors much more often, and without realizing it, that disrupts your natural body rhythm and makes it harder to burn fat. All you need to do is step out onto your porch or into your backyard, sip your lemon water in the sunshine, and that alone is a powerful morning habit that does not cost you a single extra minute. And the third step in your morning routine is eating a protein-rich breakfast. I will go into more detail about eating in the next section, but just keep this in mind first. Your breakfast should not be white bread or sugary cereal. Make sure your breakfast has at least 25 to 30 grams of protein. Eggs are the easiest and most accessible choice, and your body will thank you for it for the entire rest of the day. Part 2. The number 1 eating rule for fat loss. Now we get to the section that I think most people get completely wrong, and that is eating when you are trying to lose fat. And I only want to give you one single most important eating rule, because I do not want to overwhelm you with dozens of different guidelines. The number 1 rule is this: eat protein first at every meal. This is not a diet, this is not fasting, this is simply changing the order in which you eat things during a meal. When you eat protein first, your body releases fullness hormones faster, your blood sugar stays more stable, and you will naturally eat less of the rest of your meal without feeling hungry or deprived. The reason this is especially important for people over 60 is that as we age, our bodies gradually lose the ability to use protein efficiently, which leads to muscle loss. And less muscle means a slower metabolism, and a slower metabolism means more fat accumulating, especially around the belly. It is a vicious cycle that so many of my patients have fallen into without even knowing it. Research from Harvard University shows that people over 60 need roughly 20 to 30% more protein than younger adults just to maintain the same amount of muscle mass. So what does protein actually look like on your plate every day? Eggs, salmon, chicken breast, tofu, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. These are the things you want showing up in your meals every single day. You do not need to eat a huge amount. You just need to make sure it comes first on your plate. And one more thing I want to mention here, do not be afraid of natural fats. Avocado, olive oil, nuts, These are the fats that keep you full longer and actually support your body's fat-burning process. They are not your enemy. Part 3. The safest exercise to burn fat. I understand that not all of us at this age still have the strong knees or flexible back we had when we were younger. So when I talk about exercise, I never recommend anything heavy or anything with a high risk of injury. The safest, most effective, and most sustainable exercise I recommend to all of my patients over 60 is brisk walking combined with a little light strength work. Let me explain the walking part first. Brisk walking does not mean running. It does not mean walking until you can barely breathe. It means walking at a pace where you can still hold a conversation but notice that your breathing is a little faster than usual. That is the ideal heart rate zone for your body to burn fat without putting stress on your heart or your joints. The target I usually give my patients is 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. If you are just getting started, begin with 10 to 15 minutes and work your way up gradually. There is no rush. Now about the strength part. I know the phrase strength training sounds heavy and intimidating, but what I am actually talking about here are incredibly simple movements, like sitting down and standing up from a chair 10 times, doing 10 wall push-ups, or lifting a 16-ounce water bottle up and down 15 times on each side. These small exercises help preserve your muscle, and as I explained, muscle is what burns fat for you even while you are just sitting and resting. Just 10 to 15 minutes of these gentle exercises combined with your daily walk is enough to create a big difference over time. The most important thing is not how long you exercise or how intense it is. The most important thing is whether you stick to it consistently. A 20-minute workout every day for 6 months will always beat a 2-hour workout once a week, and I can tell you that from more than 30 years of experience. Part 4, the night habit that stops belly fat gain. And finally, we come to the nighttime habits, which I believe most people pay the least attention to, but which have one of the biggest impacts on belly fat. Most people only focus on what they eat and how they move during the day, but the truth is that nighttime is when your body decides whether it will burn fat or store it. There are 2 nighttime habits I want to share with you today. The first one is to stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. When you eat late at night, your body does not have enough time to digest and burn off those calories before you fall asleep. What happens is that most of those calories end up being converted into fat, and your belly is your body's favorite place to store it. If you feel a little hungry in the evening, try a warm glass of water or an unsweetened herbal tea. That is usually enough to calm a mild craving without interrupting your body's overnight fat-burning process. The second one is getting enough sleep, and I want to spend a moment on this because it matters far more than most people realize. A study from Cleveland Clinic that followed over 1,000 older adults for 5 years found that people who slept less than 6 hours a night accumulated belly fat up to 32% faster than those who slept 7 to 8 hours. The reason is that when you do not get enough sleep, the hormones that control your hunger get thrown off balance, and you end up craving more food the next day, especially sugar and refined carbs. To sleep better, turn off your phone or television at least 30 minutes before bed. Keep your bedroom cool at around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and try to go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. These small changes to your sleep routine will not only help you reduce belly fat, but will improve your overall health in a way that no pill ever could. These 4 simple habits, a solid morning routine, eating the right way, moving safely, and taking care of your sleep at night, that is everything you need to start taking back control of your body at this stage of life. You do not have to be perfect on day 1. Just start with one small habit and build from there, one day at a time. Your body has worked hard for you all these years, and now it is time to take care of it the right way. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone you love so they can also learn how to protect themselves from this dangerous belly fat. Like this video so it can reach more people who need it, and subscribe so we can meet again at the next health tip.